Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. This week's a bit of a random topic, but one that I think is really important and hopefully helpful to you as well. And it was brought to my attention because one of my clients has been following this advice over the last couple of weeks while she's been suffering with a little bit of an injury, a bit of a niggle in her leg. So what I wanted to share with you is my advice if you are training, in particular if you're running and you're training for a particular event. She was training for a 10K, which actually she managed to do on Sunday. I'll tell you how she got on in a moment. But as I said, over the last couple of weeks, she's been suffering a little bit with a leg injury. And between myself and Steve, our sports massage therapist, we managed to get her to that race and in okay shape, not her best shape, because she was still feeling the leg a little bit before and afterwards, but she was fine to run. We gave her a little bit of a test run on the Saturday, and she managed to do it. But what I wanted to share with you is the advice we gave her in the build up to that when she was suffering with the leg, what we got her to do. So Steve is very good at injury prevention and rehabilitation. He's had a few injuries himself, so he's able to advise clients on what's best to do to get back into full activity. And he was suggesting one of these. Now, this is a foam roller. Hopefully you can see that. Round, hollow piece of equipment. And this one in particular is really good because it's got different sections here that it's meant to replicate massage. So obviously Emma was having massage and treatments with Steve, but in between time he suggested doing some foam rolling with one of these, and these are quite reasonably cheap really. If you can't afford to have regular massage, or even in between, it's good to do some stretches and using one of these, and they've got different sections that apply different kinds of pressure, but really you just roll on it. So depending on which area of the body, obviously with Emma it was her legs, and in particular her IT band was really tight, which is on the outside of your thigh, and it goes between, it's a band between your knee and your hip, and that was tight, and it does get quite tight with runners, and then that can cause a knee problem as well, or just any kind of lower body injury that can have an impact on. So she was rolling with one of these and also doing her hamstrings as well, a bit on her quads. You can massage the upper back, lower back a little bit. You can really massage anywhere that you can sort of lie on this, roll on this, and apply the pressure to. So these are really good. I'm sometimes a little bit rubbish at using one of these, just because if I haven't got an injury, I know this isn't the right way to think about it, but if I haven't got an injury and because I have regular massage, then I kind of think, oh, it's not as important. But actually what I want to say is to you is that they are really important, especially if you've got an injury. It can really help you with that, but obviously get some advice on it first. You can do a quick Google search of exercises, how to do it. Anyone would benefit from massaging your hamstrings or your quads with one of these, but you might want to just check how to do it online first of all. So that was one of the things that we got her to do, using the foam roller. And then one of the other things that I got to do, while she couldn't run without pain, because we don't want any of the clients to be in pain whilst they're running, because it's a bit of a negative association that the running causes pain, so then you don't want to do the running anymore, don't enjoy it, and that's not a very nice way to be and how to feel. So what I got her to do instead is to use our cross trainer, or elliptical trainer as sometimes they're called. And that was really good because it's almost the same sort of running pattern of movement as running, slightly different but almost the same, and uses sort of key muscles, hamstrings, quads in the thighs and the back of the legs, calves as well, and also cardiovascular. So it was good for keeping her cardiovascular fitness and her leg strength and endurance as well. That was going to help her to maintain her fitness level leading up to the race. So although she couldn't do exactly the same sort of training as she was doing outside, she could do some intervals, put some incline on the cross train, a bit more resistance, but more importantly, it was something that she could do that she wasn't suffering with the pain in her leg like she was when she was running. And obviously running outside or anywhere is impact on the body. every time your foot touches the floor, every time it hits the floor, it's impact going through through the body. So on the cross trainer, where your foot stays on the pad the whole time, you lift your heels slightly, but it's not impact, it's low impact on your body. So it was really good, it wasn't hurting her. So we used that to help her to get or to keep in shape for the race. And that's really what I wanted to say. That's my advice, is that if you are injured at the moment, or you're suffering with anything, then one, you might want to get in touch with us, because our new massage therapist, Steve, is fantastic. He has proven that he knows his stuff. He's helped Emma, I'll get to a result in a second, but it helped Emma to get back to being able to run and complete this race, which had been her goal for a few months now. And also doing some other form of exercise that's low impact, that will help maintain your fitness and your strength. Like using a cross trainer, you could use a bike in the gym, because obviously you can see my bike behind us. You could go out cycling if you can't run because of the impact, like the cycling's low impact as well, because you're not pounding the pavement. You could use a trampoline as well, obviously. That's low impact as well, and that's perhaps even closer to the sort of normal running action, because you're just not moving forward, but the legs are still cycling, like on a bicycle as well. So any of those, cross trainer, trampoline, bicycle, they would all help to keep the cardiovascular fitness, keep the legs moving, also just keep you in the zone as well, because it's not nice when you're injured. You want to still feel like you can do something, and not feel disheartened that at the moment you can't run perhaps. But this is mostly true of all exercises. If you usually do like a Zumba class or something, but actually your knees starting to hurt from doing that, the twisting and the turning and the dance moves and the impact if you're jumping and things in classes, then pick just a different exercise, and sometimes just a change will be enough to help your body recover and for you to get back and feel stronger and not have that injury again. But it also does help, obviously, to see a physio or someone who knows what they're talking about in terms of injuries, and can help you with rehabilitation. So I'll just finish on why it's important, and the proof is in Emma's result from Sunday. So the fact that she could keep going, she was still in a positive mindset, she did as much as she could in the past 2 weeks without being in pain. She did the rehabilitation exercises every single day that Steve told her to. She didn't run as was advised by myself and Steve. She used the cross trainer as well, and fantastic result for her. She has a new personal best with the 10k, and did it in 59 minutes and 40 seconds. That was a new PB for her, and smashed her goal for the year of being under 60 minutes, which is fantastic. And just proof as well that when you get injured, it's not, or if you get injured, it's not the end of the world. Just got to keep in a positive mindset. Just keep doing what you can without making it worse. Seek some advice as well from a professional who knows what they're talking about when it comes to injuries, and you can get back and you can still achieve those goals. It doesn't have to be the end of your training or working towards those goals. So that's really what I want to share with you today. If you do have an injury at the moment and you're struggling to do running or whatever exercise that you want to be able to do get in touch, because in the studio I can work with people with injuries, and people, if you've got lower back pain, sciatica, if you've got any kind of knee injuries or anything like that, or just niggles that you get later on in life, just from experience, just from using your body throughout the years, please do get in touch, because one, I like a challenge, and two, I've got a lot of experience with working with people that have similar sort of niggles and injuries as well. So I can always come up with a personal plan to help you, like I have done with Emma. So and you too might be able to achieve a new personal best in perhaps a running race, or achieve your goals for the year, even when you've got some injuries. So hopefully I can help, and this video has been good for you this week. I'll be back next week with some more top tips.